We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
You have fun. Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you.
Would you like to work closer to home, save money on gas, and be rewarded for your hard work and attendance? Then Bellisio Foods is looking for you. That's right, Bellisio Foods is now hiring for multiple positions and shifts with great employee benefits, an on-site health clinic, competitive wages, and advancement opportunities. Bellisio Foods is a company that truly values their employees. Apply online at belisiofoods.com/careers.
All right, now it's a debate.
Yeah.
We're having a serious debate here on the show. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. You all have entered the Are Raccoons Pets portion of the program.
Correct.
Right off the bat.
Or skunks.
Or skunks. Or large lizards. Good morning, Rick.
Good morning, Rick.
Would you keep a raccoon as a pet? Rick? Jennifer? Dylan?
I mean, I see, like, I don't know. It depends on the raccoon, I guess.
They're wild animals.
I know,
Even
but
the
if
cute, sweet ones are still wild animals.
I know, but like, so this all started because there were some videos online that we were looking at, and
Morning, Marlon.
good morning, Marlon, and then we had a little thing at the brewery the other morning where we opened up the brewery. It was a fundraiser for the dog pound, so we weren't open yet, but they used us as a venue to do pictures with Santa.
Yeah.
Someone called and said, you know, does it have to be just dogs or cats? Can I bring my pet raccoon to get a
Raccoons are
picture
not
with
pets, people.
Santa? And
Raccoons
we said,
are wild animals.
we never thought about it, but sure. But they didn't show up. So I was like really kind of sad about it.
Probably
I
because
wanted
they had to go get rabies shots because they got bit by the raccoon, by the wild animal that they had trapped in their house.
And then I was saying, I know people that have skunks as pets. And you were
No.
what?
You said, a lot of people.
No, I said lots of people have skunks as pets. I know some.
I think that is an exaggeration. I think maybe some people have skunks as pets. I think lots of people have dogs and cats as pets. Some people have skunks as pets.
Is it okay to have a skunk or a raccoon or
I don't know. I mean,
whatever as a pet?
Legal to own it. And so I don't think it's the Barker Farm people that we've talked about on the show a lot that do the part. I think it's the different people. Maybe it's the same people. I don't know. But I saw a skunk. I don't know what kind of skunk it was. It was a big skunk.
It was just
at
a
a
skunk.
petting zoo one time.
Are there different kinds of skunks?
I think so. I think there's a bunch of different breeds of skunks. It was a big one. And it was the prettiest thing it was the cutest animal I'd ever seen.
See? So you understand why people want them as pets.
I mean, no, but I like to see one at a petting zoo once every few years.
We need them to bring in the sloth.
Yeah.
If we don't get the sloth on this show, I'm going to be really sad.
Sloth goes against everything I just said. If you have a chance to have a sloth, have a sloth.
I mean, they just hang around. It's fine.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
Yeah, with their little weird finger things they have.
Yeah, they got weird fingernails.
Yeah, weird finger things for hanging around. Yeah.
Hanging around.
But anyway, so that's our debate of the day.
So what do you think are wild critters pets?
Oh. So like I could see circumstances where, for example, maybe you raised a baby raccoon was orphaned or something and you had to feed it and then you're feeding it with little droppers and whatever, and then the raccoon's like, I don't know what to do out in the wild. So then you keep it? Is that a thing?
My uncle did that.
Really?
Yep.
Did he have a pet raccoon?
Yeah, he kept it for a while. It crawled around his arm and stuff. Like it would just ride on his shoulder. And
really?
Then one day it left into the wild again, but for like a year or two he had it.
So then it went out on its own?
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
My opinion is the whole thing is the circle of life. Like that hawk's got to eat too. That fox has got to eat too. Like, I'm sorry for that little sick baby raccoon, but there's other critters out there that got to eat.
You are mean.
Because like it's sad, but it's the circle of life, man.
Yeah, that's fine till the hawk takes my little puppy out of the yard.
No, that's different.
Well, why?
Because the puppy's a pet. The raccoon's a wild animal. It's totally different.
They're all cute though.
That's true. They are all cute. I saw a video on Facebook this morning. It was I don't know, some zoo or something like that. They had all the little babies like in a little playpen together. And there's like a little baby deer, a little baby raccoon, a little baby skunk, and
Oh,
all
it's
this
like
stuff,
Mother
and they're
Nature's
all, like-
playground.
they're all like climbing on each other and stuff. It was unreasonably cute.
Yeah. You're like, that's a good way to start my morning.
Yeah.
It's all downhill from here.
It's true.
Well, good morning, everyone. We're happy that you're with us. Our
Excuse me.
poor sweet guest for today got a little under the weather,
Yep.
so you're stuck with us today.
Yeah, you're stuck with me.
We love
Sorry,
having
guys.
James on this side of the camera, and we have Dylan over there, and Dylan
Dylan's in here.
has
Dylan's
some
in the house.
opinions on
Dylan's
things
got
today.
some hot takes today.
That's what we've heard.
We've got Entertainment Weekly's top 20 Christmas movies of all time, and Dylan has got some hot takes on it.
Oh.
We're going to get to them, aren't we, Dylan?
Yep.
So, first of all, I will say Dylan had a great idea for the show today.
Okay.
We said, "Oh, the guest isn't here, Dylan. What are we going to do?" He's like, "I don't know. Maybe just like play a really long video or something."
I was suggesting some of our YouTube clips as well.
And then he suggested, he's like, well, maybe Jeremiah's got like a really long video of him like wandering around at Christmas. That's
It
good
could be
ideas. These are
entertaining.
good ideas, Dylan.
Yes.
Keep them coming, man.
Long videos. We like long videos.
Long videos. Yeah, so I've got the top 20 Christmas movies of all time. And
Okay.
you've got some funny Christmas
Yeah.
related things too.
We do. We thought,
Feeling
tis the
holly
season.
and jolly.
Why
Tis the
not?
season? That's a good question. Why not, indeed?
I was looking for some antlers to wear, but I couldn't find them this morning.
Bullwinkle.
I saw Odd Lots has, I call it Odd Lots. It's Big Lots now, isn't it?
It is Big Lots.
It used to be Odd Lots.
It did used to be Odd
Okay.
Lots.
And if you're real old, it was the Fisher's Big Wheel.
That was before my time.
Was it?
Yeah.
I can remember Big Wheel. But anyway, and then Murphy's was right beside it.
I remember Big Bear.
Mm.
When we were cleaning out my grandparents' attic, we found a lot of things that were kept in Big Bear bags
Really?
that were partially disintegrated after 30 years.
Gosh, how long ago has it been since Big Bear wasn't there?
Early 90s.
Phew. That's wild.
Yeah.
And then Kroger was out where the Apple City,
Mhm.
whatever it is,
Wholesalers, yeah.
wholesalers. Thank you. Yeah, that wow, nostalgia.
Time. Yep.
Anyway, my point was Big Lots has
Antlers.
Christmas vacation moose mugs.
Oh, Wally the Moose from
Yeah.
Wally
You know, like
World?
when he drinks
Is that
out
what
of
it's called?
yeah.
Wally World, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, folks, park's
Park's
closed.
closed.
The moose out front should have told you. My mom says Buckeye Mart predates the Big Wheel.
Oh, you're so right. I forgot about Buckeye Mart. Thank you, Mom. Thanks, Mom. That is true.
Yeah. Before
And then
my time, I'm
There was
afraid.
GC Murphy's. That was where the whatever it is now, clothing. Why? All I can think of is Gordman's. What was it? What is it now?
Burke's.
Burke's.
Yeah.
It's where, yeah. They had a little counter with a little diner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had goldfish.
Goldfish.
Yeah. You could sell gold. You could buy goldfish in there. They had like a little fish
I
section.
remember buying fish at Walmart when I was. I mean, I didn't buy fish at Walmart, but I remember you could buy pet fish at Walmart when I was a little
Yeah.
kid.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
I forgot about all that.
Yeah.
Not so much anymore.
No, not so much anymore.
Yeah. You could buy things to catch fish
Yeah. It's true.
or cook fish.
This is true too.
I don't think many people ate their goldfish. They might have, but I mean, desperate times.
Steve-O from Jackass.
Yeah, he definitely ate some goldfish.
All right. So enough about eating goldfish. You want to
Yeah.
get into the top 20 Christmas
Sure.
movies of all time,
Absolutely,
as
because-
told by Entertainment Weekly magazine.
James said, I still have Big Bear sales paper and some point stamps. Okay.
Nice.
Those probably aren't worth much anymore,
No.
James.
No.
Uh-oh,
Oh.
Pete Wilson's in the house.
Badeep, badeep, badeep. Breaking news.
You all right, Pete? He looks forlorn. You want to come over?
All right, I'm going to step back and let Pete Wilson come in and share some news with us.
When he walks in like that, it's typically not good.
All right. Well, it isn't good.
What's wrong, Pete?
There was, kind of like a unexpected death. It was a natural death, but unexpected death, and it has rocked the public safety community in Jackson County. You know, the EMS people, the law enforcement, the firefighters. Ryan Foster has passed away.
Okay.
Ryan was the son of Larry Foster, very well-known Jackson County Water Company general manager, also prominent with the Liberty Township Fire Department. Ryan, of course, grew up with the fire department, was with the fire department in Liberty. Later on, got with EMS. At the time of his death, he was a supervisor. He was a supervisor with the EMS, and also perhaps was still the station chief at Oak Hill. I'm trying to verify that. We think he still was.
Yeah.
Also on the Madison Jefferson Fire Department. Grew up in the Jackson area, but was currently living with his young family in the Oak Hill area. He had some kind of medical emergency. He died at OSU Wexner Hospital sometime after midnight. I talked with Jackson County Sheriff Ted Frazier and Jackson Fire Chief David Channel. There's going to be a huge escort of the public safety people, fire department, sheriff, EMS, other law enforcement. They're going to escort the body back to Jackson County. That's going to happen this morning.
Okay.
They are headed to Columbus as we speak. They're all going up there to the south end of Columbus, and then we'll be coming back into Jackson County on US 35, probably into Jackson, Chillicothe Pike, and onto the funeral home. So the sheriff wanted people to know, out of respect to Ryan, what has happened, because a lot of people knew Ryan.
Sure.
But he also wants the public to know what this is.
Okay.
Sure. It's not like a public safety emergency or crime or anything like that, or fire, but it is a sign of respect to Ryan Foster. And we don't know exactly when that will occur, but we are looking for that probably to be around the midday period.
Okay.
And so it'll be a long line of. I understand about every law enforcement agency, a lot of the EMS people, most if not all the fire departments and EMA are going to be represented in this escort that will be led by the sheriff. So that will be happening later today.
Okay.
And so that is why you will see all those public safety people together in an escort. It's in honor and respect to Ryan Foster, who died at a fairly young age due to a medical emergency.
Isn't that wild?
It is. It is very, very, very sad.
Well, our hearts and thoughts go out to the family and Larry and his young wife and children. It's just never fair.
No, it isn't. I know Ryan was married, and I think he did have a couple of young children there.
Yeah.
So anyway, not something I really wanted to tell you, but you needed to know.
Yep. And if you see that out and about, if you're driving down the highway, now you'll know
I'm guessing
what it is.
I'm guessing
and-
it'll come in on the Chillicothe Pike right into town, probably right down Main Street. I think to the Lewis and Gillum Funeral Home there
Okay.
at Bain and Harding.
Pull over, show some respect.
Exactly. So obviously, we'll be getting more information on this from the news side. I'm sure we'll have an obituary later, but this was an unexpected death to
Wow.
a young man who was very much loved and respected, especially by his colleagues.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Pete.
Yep.
Appreciate that. We love you, Pete, even if you bring us bad news.
Nature of the game.
It is. The nature of being the newsman. Sometimes you
Yeah.
get to report the good stuff, and sometimes it's bad.
Sad story
Sad,
there.
yep.
Yeah.
All right. Well, okay. Back to our movies.
All right. So, turning to a little more cheerful topic.
Yeah, let's be
this
cheery.
Is again Entertainment Weekly's top 20 Christmas movies of all time.
So let me ask you one thing: Do
Yes.
you agree or do you not agree?
Well,
with some of
we'll get
these?
through it.
Okay.
And like I teased, Dylan's got some hot takes.
Okay.
So this is written by Chris Nazawati. So if you disagree with this list, take it up with Chris.
I wonder if is Chris a girl or a boy Chris or girl Chris?
I don't know. Is it normally spelled differently as a feminine?
Mm,
It is a man.
okay.
He there he is.
Okay.
All right. So there. Anyway.
Gotcha.
All right. Okay. You ready, Dylan?
Yep.
Number 20, The Santa Claus. Tim Allen
Okay.
classic. Tim Allen turns into Santa Claus. Got yet another reboot coming out this year.
Is there real? There's like
Yep.
20 of them now. There's a bunch of them.
It's the
They are
Santa
cute though.
Clauses, I think, is the new one.
Yeah,
Really?
It's out on Disney Plus.
Yeah, it's a like a mini series on Disney Plus streaming.
Okay.
Not watched it. I'm sure it's not as cute as the original.
The tall elf's back.
What is it?
The tall elf's back.
Yeah, Barabbas or Barnaby or
Bernard.
Bernard. Yeah, he's back. I used to have when I was a kid. People told me I looked like that guy a lot.
On the Santa Claus? Really?
Yeah, the head elf.
Oh.
In the first one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you look like an elf.
Well,
How did that
He really
sit
just
with
looked
you?
like. Well, he really just looked like a normal guy dressed like an elf.
Oh, okay.
Like the elves in that movie didn't really look like Will Ferrell. All right. Number 19.
Okay.
Gremlins.
Oh, so is the
watched-
controversy.
Yeah, so I watched Gremlins for the very first time just the other day. I'd never seen it before.
What?
So this film came out in
You've never seen Gremlins?
1984.
Oh, it was
And
the
Dylan and I were not born in 1984.
No, I can remember
Leave that.
exactly. I remember everything about Gremlins.
Yeah.
I remember
Well,
I went
remember
with
it-
my brother Jeff and his
Okay.
girlfriend at the time, Karen. They
Yeah.
took me to the movie,
Mhm.
and I remember sitting in the marquee watching it as
Yeah.
a little girl. Yeah.
They look like interesting creatures.
Well, so what the problem with Gremlins is the trailers and everything about Gremlins, they made it seem like it was this cute, feel good movie,
Mhm.
and it's not
Yeah.
at all.
Well,
Well,
parts
it sort
are.
of is.
It sort of is.
But then it
It's
turns
just got a
pretty
little-
south.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. And
Did
it's
you
a funny
enjoy it?
Yeah, I mean, it's a really funny idea. And it kind of blows my mind that it's not been like rebooted as many times as the Santa Claus.
Right.
Because they made one sequel like right after that.
Yeah.
And then they've not done anything with it for
I don't know.
all those years.
Wasn't Gizmo the
Gizmo was
Gizmos?
the main one, yeah.
So cute.
Yeah. Gizmo was very cute.
And
It's true.
that's so all you saw before you went to see the movie was like videos of Gizmo,
Cute Gizmo.
and cute Gizmo. And
Mhm.
then all of a sudden you go and watch the movie and you're like, what is happening
Yeah.
right now?
What
So
was the bad one's name? Stripe or
yeah,
Spike?
Stripe, I think.
Yeah.
And but what happened was all these people took their little kids to see the movie because
Well, this was before the PG-13 rating.
seriously, everybody took their little
Yeah.
kids to see the
Yeah,
movie because
so
they thought
this
it was
is-
this cute little.
Right. I mean, this movie was when it came out was rated PG because PG-13 didn't exist
It
yet.
didn't, yeah.
And it was, close to an R rating. Today would be close
It would
to an R rating.
Probably be.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So I will say it was a bit controversial at the
Mhm.
time, but
Yeah.
and it could be controversial as to whether or not it's actually a Christmas movie or not.
Right. Well, it'd take a few of these and that's what we're going to get to.
Okay.
A few of these are a
right.
little bit like that.
Would you consider Gremlins a Christmas
Well,
movie?
yeah, it takes place at Christmas. I think if I were going to rewrite Gremlins,
Yes.
here's the story I would have written.
Okay.
So the dad that's the salesman,
Mm-hmm.
he's like, oh, I bet every kid in town would like to get one of these for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the plot should have been. They should have like farmed gremlins and then sold them to everybody for Christmas. And then everybody
hit
had
the
a
fan.
gremlin and then it hit the fan.
Oh, Then that would have been a
that's
horror
my-
movie.
That's my rewrite for Gremlins.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think it would have made it more of a Christmas movie because it would have all been Christmas gifts.
As they do
As they
bad
terrorize-
things.
yeah.
As they terrorize the whole town.
Yeah, so that's my note on rewriting Gremlins.
Okay.
All right, number
Cool.
18. This is way too low. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Oh. I would have had that in the top 5 for
That's
sure.
top 3.
Yeah.
This is one of the
How
best.
is that?
I don't know. Chris Nashawati,
Chris, you suck.
you're
Like,
not sure about your list.
does he say why he ranks things the way that he does? Or
Okay, so it's not the best installment of the Griswold family saga. Disagree. Still, Christmas Vacation is worth watching alone for Randy Quaid's cousin Eddie and Chevy Chase's fumbling encounter with a Buxom department store salesperson. I was just blousing. Oh, I mean
I'm
browsing.
browsing.
It's a bit nipply out. I mean nipply.
Did I say
But yeah, Christmas Vacation, wonderful movie. I mean, a lot of people
No.
say that the original Vacation is the superior movie.
I think
I disagree. This one, I mean, this is obviously the one that's held up the best.
I think it certainly is. I think that they are all special in their own right. Like, I think European Vacation's absolutely
Yeah.
hilarious. So, like, and that one
I watched-
really got destroyed. So
I watched Vegas Vacation a lot as a little
Vegas
kid.
Vacation's
because-
fantastic.
I mean, that came out when I was like 10ish. I don't know. It was just like on TV a lot.
Okay, I was in college. Fine.
Well, it was just on TV a lot when I was a
Yeah.
kid, like more than any other one. So I saw it a lot. But
It's a hoot too.
yeah, Christmas Vacation is just like
Going on the damn tour.
I like that. new
Anybody
one that
got
came
some
out
damn bait?
anyone got some damn bait. What's that, Dylan?
I like the new one they came out with, Vacation.
Oh,
It is so good.
I never saw the Ed Helms one.
It's the best movie that no one else has ever seen.
If you say so.
It is so good.
Yeah, Ed Helms is pretty funny.
And Christina Applegate is hilarious in it. And the kids,
Mm-hmm.
the little brother is spot on.
Spot on.
He is such a little jerk that
Yeah.
you're just dying the whole time.
So it's Christmas Vacation, where the son is played by the guy from The Big Bang Theory, right?
Yes.
That's a fun bit of trivia.
Yeah. The kid.
Jim
And he was
Galecki.
also in Roseanne and
Oh yeah, he was in Roseanne.
yeah.
Right on.
Yep.
All right, moving on. I got an ad. How do I get past the ad?
Uh-oh. Got an ad.
Oh no, Chris, how do I get past the ads in your article? There we go.
Okay.
Number 17.
I don't believe the 18. No, that's wrong. Chris, you're wrong.
Yeah, you're wrong, Chris. Number 17, Scrooged with Bill Murray.
Never seen it.
Yeah, I don't know that I think I watched this a couple years ago, but I didn't watch it. It was not one that I watched like growing up or anything.
So let's talk about that
But
for
I
a
do
minute.
think I think I've seen it, but I do not remember it very
I mean,
well.
does anyone binge watch Scrooge? Everybody binge watches Vacation,
Yeah.
like
I
Christmas
mean,
Vacation.
I love me some Bill Murray,
Yeah.
but this is not necessarily my go-to Bill Murray jam. No.
Okay.
All right, moving
Caddyshack,
on. Number
yeah.
16, Dylan's hot takes start. Number 16, Die Hard.
Die Hard.
So, age-old debate, is Die
Yes.
Hard a Christmas movie? I saw someone put on Facebook the other day, they were like, I'm so sick of people arguing over whether or not Die Hard's a Christmas movie. Y'all have been talking about this for 30 years now. It's got to end. You know what Dylan said this morning?
What? What's Die Hard?
What's Die Hard?
I knew it. I knew it.
I didn't know Die Hard. I didn't know Die Hard was a Christmas movie. No, Dylan has only seen a parody of Die Hard. He's never seen Die Hard.
Dylan, you have a chore
You
to
have
do
homework.
tonight. You have homework. You go home and you watch Die Hard. And you come back tomorrow and you report.
No, you come back tomorrow and you complete this phrase. Yippee-ki-yay.
Yes.
Mamacita?
No, it's not Mamacita.
That is an edited for television
Yippee-ki-yay.
edit of what the real line is.
It does start with an M, though. I
It
will give you
does.
that.
Oh,
Start with
okay,
him.
I think I got it.
Yeah, you probably got it already. You have to watch Die Hard, report
Mhm.
back.
Yeah.
Okay. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Yes.
I say yes.
Yeah, I mean it's set at Christmas.
It's set
There's
at Christmas time.
music
It's
in
about
it.
a Christmas party.
Yeah, it's set at a Christmas party. There's Christmas music in it. Christmas is a theme throughout.
Yeah.
He puts a sweatshirt on the one guy that says "Ho ho ho! I have a machine gun now." How much more Christmassy can it get?
I mean, I think it's pretty Christmassy.
It's pretty Christmassy.
Yeah.
I think I've told this story on the show before. Fun fact about Die Hard.
Yes.
So, Frank Sinatra was in a movie called The Detective,
Oh, yeah.
like in the 70s or whatever.
Yes.
That is from the same series of novels that the book that Die Hard is based on is from. And Frank Sinatra was given first right of refusal for any more movies made based on that series of novels.
Yeah.
So in order to get Die Hard made, they had to get Frank Sinatra to turn down the role. And Sinatra was like 90 at the time.
I was going to say, he was like, dude, no.
But he could have been like, yeah, I'll do it. Like Clint Eastwood. Clint Eastwood would have been like, yeah, I'll do it. Harrison Ford would have been like,
yeah,
I'll do it. Pay me. I'll do it. But yeah, so they had to get Sinatra to turn it down.
Can you imagine a Die Hard with, I mean, well, Frank Sinatra's just not the Die Hard kind of guy, I don't
Yeah.
think.
Well, I mean, Bruce Willis had never done an action movie either at that point in time. He'd only been in like Honeymooners and stuff like that.
Moonlighting.
Yeah, Moonlighting. I
I was
said
like-
Honeymooners.
Sybil
Moonlighting.
Shepherd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he'd never been in an action movie either. So he was kind of a controversial choice. So I don't know. I'd like to see the 80-year-old Frank Sinatra version of Die Hard.
Die Hard. That would be
Yeah.
interesting, for sure.
Have you ever seen the movie Be Kind, Rewind with Jack Black?
Like 100,000 years ago. I don't
So
even remember
the
it.
premise of that movie is they are like remaking classic movies with no budget.
Okay.
One of my friends just recently remade Die Hard like that. It looks really bad, but it looks funny.
Yeah. I'll
Okay.
bet. Okay.
Moving on. You're going to disagree with this one. Number 15, Miracle on 34th Street, 1947.
That should be way up higher.
Yeah. So speaking of being way up higher than it should be,
Yeah.
look at Santa Claus's belt. Why is he wearing his belt like up here?
He's trying to hold up his pecs.
So that's my takeaway from this. I don't know why that's so low. That seems like a real classic to me.
I mean, yeah.
Like that's one of like, I mean, whether you like that movie or not, when you think of Christmas movies, I feel like that's
I'm
like
sorry. That's a top
the
five
Christmas
or two.
movie.
Yeah. For sure.
It's like the Santa Claus.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
All right.
the whole premise of the movie is to show that Santa Claus is real.
Yeah.
Is to prove Santa Claus is real.
Yeah.
I mean, hello.
Mm-hmm. All right, moving on. Number 14. I got a
Mhm.
fun fact about this I just learned the other day.
Oh.
Number 14, Bing Crosby, White Christmas.
Oh, love that one.
Did you know that this is technically a remake
Of Holiday Inn.
of Holiday Inn?
Yep.
Yeah, so about 10 years earlier.
Yep. They're pretty
Bing
much
Cro-
the same
Bing
movie.
Crosby made another movie called Holiday
Yes.
Inn that introduced the song White Christmas.
Yes.
And for whatever reason, like 10 years later, they're like, oh, let's just do that again, but like maybe make it better.
So that's why I used to get so confused about that, because I'm like, I'm so confused why Holiday Inn and White Christmas are the same movie with the same like guy in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So they just remade it again.
Yeah.
Okay. So what
Pretty much.
White Christmas is after Holiday Inn.
Yeah,
Is it,
they're about
like,
10 years
technically
apart.
A sequel, or is it just
No, it's a remake.
It's a remake.
It's the same movie.
Same story. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's you know, it's different characters and it's changed around, but it's essentially the same story.
Yeah.
And again, it's uses the same music as well.
So that's why, and it's interesting because when people say what movie, where did White Christmas come from?
Mhm.
People say White Christmas, but it was
Mhm.
really Holiday Inn.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And is that the song that's like I'm dreaming of a white Christmas?
Yes,
Yep.
sir. Written by Irving Berlin.
Yes.
Number 13. The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Never seen it.
You've never seen The Nightmare Before Christmas?
No.
No,
So-
It
I've
sounds
seen this.
scary.
It's not really scary. So this is kind of cool. So Tim Burton worked for Disney like back in like the 80s and stuff like that. And his artistic visions didn't necessarily mesh with like the Disney way.
Well, because he was a little bit dark.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so he went his own way and he made Pee-wee's Big Adventure. He made the Michael Keaton Batman movies. He made Beetlejuice.
Great. Yeah. All
So
of those.
and then all of a sudden he's like big, right?
Yes.
So Disney's just like, didn't he used to work here?
Hey, we.
They're like, do we own anything that he came up with? And he had pitched this like years earlier as like a short film. So Disney's like, oh, we can do a Tim Burton movie. And so Tim Burton is the producer of this, but he did not direct it. So he actually was not that directly involved in it.
But it was his idea to begin.
It
Initial
was his idea from like years earlier. And
Gotcha.
Disney was like, let's
Now that he's
let's-
popular.
Now that he's popular, let's make something and stamp his name on it.
Yeah.
So Tim Burton I think he was directing the second Batman movie
Okay.
while this was being made with a different director, and he'd just come in and be like, tell him if he liked it or not, like every
Gotcha.
couple
Okay.
months. But yeah, it's classic. It
Never. Yeah. I don't. What's the
the
story?
premise is Jack is the king of Halloween Town, and he is bored of Halloween, and he sets out to like find out what exists beyond Halloween Town, and he finds Christmas Town and falls in love with Christmas and tries to bring Christmas back to Halloween Town and kidnaps Santa Claus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
And sings good songs
Okay.
written by Danny Elfman,
Gotcha. All of that.
performed by Danny Elfman of Oingo Boingo fame.
Dude, you need a life. How do you know that?
Watch too much TV.
Oingo boingo.
Oingo Boingo.
Name an Oingo boingo song. I can't even say it.
I can't off the top of my head, but there are a couple that I would recognize.
I
or
think
we would
so. Now I
recognize.
need to know
Yeah.
because I remember them from the
Mhm.
80s, right?
Yep. So speaking of the 80s,
Okay, I'm looking it up.
while you're looking that up, I'm gonna move on. Number 12, Trading Places. Dan Aykroyd, Eddie Murphy. I think I've seen this movie before. I do not remember
Trading
it being,
Places?
I do not remember it being set at Christmas, so I apparently do not remember Trading Places at all.
I see.
I remember the two old rich men.
This is once again one of those where I guess it could be debated whether it's
Yeah.
a Christmas movie or not. They sing Weird Science
Yeah,
and a whole bunch of other stuff.
and a whole bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought I'd seen Trading Places. I mean, maybe it's just been a long time, but yeah, I didn't remember it being a Christmas
Yeah,
movie.
and again,
And
how is
certainly
that
not-
above
How is that above
Christmas Vacation?
Any of these other ones?
Yeah, right. Agreed.
Yeah. Chris?
Chris, your list sucks.
Yeah.
We need to write him a strongly worded
I disagree
letter.
with. I wonder what year this is from. 20? It's from this year. All right, moving on. Number 11. Getting serious now.
Okay.
Just outside the top 10.
Yep.
Holiday classic. Home Alone.
Disagree.
It's got to be in the top 10, or you think it should be lower?
Way higher.
Way higher? Yeah.
Again, top fiver for me.
Top fiver.
Totally top
Top
five.
fiver. Yeah. Harry and Lloyd. Macaulay Culkin.
There's like a few Christmas movies I have to watch every year.
Mhm.
That one, Vacation, Elf.
Yeah.
Those are the top ones that I can think of right off the top of my head.
All right.
But yeah, top five for sure.
But
Definitely Christmas movie.
oh yeah.
Like tons of great songs in it. Macaulay Culkin is adorable.
He is adorable.
I mean, like the whole thing is great.
It is great. It is great.
And the sequel's really good too.
I've not seen the Home Alone sequel since I was a little kid, so I don't remember
It's
it very
really
well.
good.
Yeah.
The
He's-
second one's good, and the third one's terrible.
Yeah.
Well, the third one's a different kid.
Yeah, and the fourth one, I didn't see the fourth one.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know about this. Yeah. Yeah, they should have stopped with 2.
Yeah.
Well, you can't put a different kid in that.
I think there's another. Isn't there like a Disney Plus Home Alone reboot that just came out too?
Yeah, that's the fourth one.
What's it called?
I think it's like Home Alone.
It's like Home Alone again or something
Yeah,
like that.
it's
I
something
think.
weird like that. It's like
It
Home
looks
Alone,
bad.
so-
Yeah.
I think it's for little kids.
Okay.
All right, moving into the top 10.
Okay.
Rudolph, the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Okay. I probably should be a little higher. Definitely a Christmas
getting
classic.
Rankin Bass, stop motion animation. Got
Love
that Burl
that movie.
Ives as Sam the Snowman, not Frosty. He's Sam.
Sam the Snowman.
Yeah. Got the elf that wants to be a dentist.
What's his name?
The elf's name?
Mm-hmm. Don't you cheat.
Gizmo.
No.
No, I don't remember his name.
Dylan.
I never even saw this.
Oh my God. This poor child.
Dylan's like,
He's going to have homework every night.
Dylan's like, which reindeer has the red nose? Is it Donner?
Hermie is the elf.
All right,
I
that's a good
want
one.
to be a dentist.
What's the adventurer guy's name?
Yukon
Yukon
Cornelius.
Cornelius. That's a great name.
Yeah.
That is a great name.
So funny thing about that is Olive's parents their last names are Cornelius. I saw it on their papers.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Cornelius. Yukon Cornelius, yes.
Yukon Cornelius.
And the abominable snowman.
He's a bumble.
He's a bumble. Bumbles bounce.
All right, moving on to number 9.
No, I love Rudolph. That's like my favorite of that
the Rankin
genre
Bass.
of Mhm.
Yeah. Number 9. This is another one I haven't seen. The Year Without a Santa Claus.
Never seen it.
Yeah, so this is another Rankin Bass one.
Yeah.
But I guess I've seen this. I don't know. I don't remember it. It's been a long time since I've watched
I
any of those.
actually did watch like maybe 20 minutes of this.
Oh, really?
I don't remember hardly anything, but I know this guy on the screens.
Heat Miser. Yeah.
He's got sweet hair.
He does have sweet hair. It's ready
Looks
for
like
the
fire.
holidays.
Scary man.
Scary man.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, not top 10 worthy.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Number 8. This should be way higher for me. The Muppets Christmas Carol.
Super cute.
The best version of the Christmas Carol by far.
Yes.
The first Muppets movie after Jim Henson passed away.
Mm-hmm.
The first Muppets movie based on an existing, like an adapted screenplay. They'd all been totally original prior to that.
Isn't that the guy that just passed away?
Michael Caine?
Is that Michael Caine?
That's Michael Caine.
Who was
He's
the guy that
still
was in
alive.
Sesame Street that just passed away?
Did Carol Spinney pass away?
The guy that sings "Who are the people in your name?"
No. Well, one of the.
Well, he
one
was
of
like the guy that was in Sesame Street.
Yeah, one of the human actors passed away recently.
That's what I mean.
It wasn't Michael Caine.
Oh.
I mean, I don't think that guy was a puppet performer. I think he was just one of the human characters.
Okay.
But I do think Carol Spinney passed away recently. He played Big Bird.
Big Bird.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
But yeah,
But no,
Muppet Christmas, wonderful.
Okay, and that's ranked what?
Number 8.
Okay.
The thing that always gets me about those is that the Sesame Street and the Muppets take place in the same universe. That always blows my mind every time. Because, like, I always thought they were two separate franchises.
Well, they're both Jim Henson, so there is very little crossover between
but you've
Sesame
seen
Street and the
Elmo.
Muppets. There is another Muppets Christmas special. I think it's just called a Muppets Christmas.
Uh-huh.
And it is the only time that the Muppets, Sesame Street, and Fraggle Rock all cross over.
Loved Fraggle Rock.
Yeah. Fraggle Rock's back too. It's on. There's a
saw
new
that.
series on HBO.
I haven't seen it, but
Yeah.
I saw
So
that
they were in the Macy's parade.
Love Fraggle Rock.
Good stuff.
Yep.
But yeah, Muppets Christmas. If you haven't seen it, absolute classic. Number 7. Here's another one of Dylan's hot takes.
Okay.
Number 7,
Dylan.
Bad Santa. And what's your hot take, Dylan?
I don't really think it's like a Christmas movie. I mean, yeah, it takes place during Christmas, but it's just some drunk guy hitting on girls. I mean, he does learn a lesson in the end, but every movie does that.
I mean,
It has Santa in the title.
I will take umbrage with your take on that it is definitely a Christmas movie.
It is
It's
definitely a
just
Christmas
a
movie.
strange Christmas movie.
Yeah, it's just less jolly.
But it's kind of realistic and you could see this actually happening in real life. I
sure.
mean, it's a little bit out there, but
Yeah.
like
I don't know. I just can't imagine a family huddling around a bunch of Christmas presents in a tree to watch Bad Santa.
I mean, maybe not a family, but people in a dorm room. You
Yeah.
know?
I mean, I think it has its place in this world.
Yeah,
Let's just put
man.
it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Bad Santa.
I don't know that it's worthy of like top 10, but
Yeah, that's pretty high.
Not top 10.
It's
when you
certainly
put
not better than a
vacation down
Muppet.
to
It's certainly not better than Christmas Vacation. I mean, come on, Chris.
that's ridiculous.
Come on, Chris Nashawati.
Chris.
You done messed
And
up,
I mean,
Chris.
like, it's definitely not better than Home Alone.
No,
No.
that's silly. That's
No.
absurd. Okay, number 6. Here's one I'll take umbrage with, largely because I've never actually seen this movie. Love Actually with Hugh Grant.
Oh.
So I've never seen
yeah,
this movie. I know people really love this movie.
They do. It's precious.
Yeah.
It is like all the feels.
Mm-hmm.
Like lots of feels.
Yeah.
So Love Actually is one of those movies where you've got like 42 different stories going on all at one time, and then
Mhm.
somehow they all intertwine
Yeah.
with each other.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one of those where you really have to pay attention because you're like, wait,
Yeah.
what? We just went from this person to this person. I don't know who this person
Yeah.
is now. And then all of a sudden they all come together.
Yeah.
But it is a really sweet movie.
Yeah.
And definitely Christmas movie.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I think of it more as a Hugh Grant movie.
Yeah.
But again, I haven't
Yeah.
seen it. But he's kind of his own category in my mind.
I would see where, I mean, you could put that up there just for its popularity and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But I
It
don't
was
know
very
how
popular.
you could
It's
put
also
that.
hard to believe that it's as old as it is now.
How old is it?
2003. It will be 20 years old next year.
Jeez.
It's older than me.
Crazy.
This movie's older than Dylan.
That means that we're real old.
Yeah. Here's one
Okay.
that's older than all of us. Number 5, How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Aha. The cartoon version, the Dr.
The
Seuss
OG,
version. Yeah.
1966.
I just realized this is Dr. Seuss.
You just realized
You
that the
didn't-
Grinch
Yeah, I
Stole
knew it.
Christmas
Yeah,
is a
there's
Dr.
the
Seuss story.
Whovilles and all that, but I
You-
forgot about that. I just started thinking the Grinch is the guy with Santa Claus on parades and stuff. I kind of forgot for a minute.
More homework piling up for you, buddy.
So Chris says, forget the over-caffeinated Jim Carrey version. Chuck Jones' animated made-for-TV take on the Dr. Seuss classic is the one you want to watch over and over again. He's right.
I mean, I
The
can't
Jim
argue
Carrey
with
one
that.
has grown on me a little bit over
I
the
like the
years,
J-
but
Listen,
I'd
that
rather
Cindy
watch
Lou
this.
Who girl is the cutest thing I've ever
Yeah.
seen in my life. Like, she is adorable.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So here's a fun fact for you.
Uh-huh.
So you remember just a couple of years ago, I think it came out in 2018. They did like a DreamWorks like 3D animated Grinch movie.
Okay.
Did you see that
No.
or remember that,
Uh-uh.
I
Dylan?
didn't see that.
All right,
See
so
what I mean? Pixar. Like,
well, it's not Pixar, it's DreamWorks, I think, but yeah. But anyway, you've seen the movie Clerks, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember the character Snowball in Clerks?
No.
I'm not going to say on the air how he got the nickname Snowball, but
Okay.
it's it's a dirty joke in
Yes.
Clerks.
Okay.
So the actor that played Snowball in Clerks,
Mhm.
his name is Scott Mosier.
Okay.
He was a producer on all of Kevin Smith's early movies. He directed the 2018 Grinch movie.
Oh.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah.
He grows up.
Yeah, he grew up. But yeah, number 5, 1966, How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
I mean, I don't know
which
how you could
is-
argue that.
Yeah, which is a Dr. Seuss story.
Yes, Dylan.
All right, top 5. Number 4, Elf.
Definitely.
Definitely. You know, I don't love Will Ferrell.
One of my favorites.
I kind of poo-pooed this movie for a long time. I watched it with fresh eyes a couple of Christmases ago. It's a pretty cute movie.
It's really,
Yeah,
it's good.
it is. Also from 2003, almost 20 years old now somehow.
He's an angry elf.
He's an angry elf. Zoe Deschanel, incredible,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
So this movie is obviously an homage to the Rankin Bass specials like Rudolph.
Yep.
They did a lot of really cool like forced perspective shots.
Yes.
So this came out around the same time as Lord of the Rings, which kind of pioneered that stuff. And
Okay.
They kind of, well, maybe not pioneered it, but like revived it for like modern era,
So what James is trying to say in normal people terms is that all of the people looking small and whatever
Or
or
further
big
from camera.
are there's no camera. It's all camera tricks. They're not
Mhm.
actually like put in there or.
See, I'm not giant. Me and Jennifer.
But see,
are
I look
closer.
little.
Closer.
Yeah. So it's like all camera tricks like that. It's not like going in and editing the stuff.
Yeah,
So,
it's pretty neat the way they did it.
Yeah.
Like the sets and stuff they built.
All right. So that was number what?
Number
Five?
4.
Wait, what was number 5?
Grinch.
Oh, okay.
Number 3, A Charlie Brown Christmas.
Ooh.
1965. I believe this is the oldest film on the list.
Okay.
Yep.
I mean, classic for
Classic
sure.
for sure.
Yeah.
One of my personal favorites.
Yeah.
Chris says, some holiday movies just make you feel good when they come on. They wrap you up in a comforter of warm, cozy nostalgia. To me, and I'm guessing a lot of you, this is that movie.
I mean, I don't know that I would go that far, Chris, but like
I don't know. He's kind of calling me out, I'll be honest. Yeah.
It's a little bit, much. but
I love
it is a classic. for
Charlie
sure.
Brown.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for it.
Cute.
Have you seen the again, we're talking about DreamWorks stuff. Have you seen the DreamWorks Peanuts movie that came out in like 2016, I think?
No.
It's really cute.
Okay.
It's really cute.
Oh, Dylan saw something.
Dylan saw that one when he was 3 years old in 2016. No, it's cute, isn't it, Dylan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the redheaded girl was actually a
Little
character.
redheaded girl. Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
the little redheaded girl.
All right. Are we down to all
Down
right,
to
number
two.
2? Number 2, A Christmas Story.
I was gonna say A Christmas Story has to be in there.
Ho ho ho.
You'll shoot your eye out, kid.
Shoot your eye out, kid. Have you watched the Christmas Story
Not
story yet?
yet, but that is it's on my list
It
of things to do this week.
Is super cute.
The new one?
Yep. It's
Okay.
very good.
You saw it?
Yeah, I did
Okay.
see it. I give it very high marks, 2 thumbs up.
I've heard like really good things about it.
Mhm. It's really good. They really nailed the tone of it. and
Okay,
everything.
cool.
Yeah, it's really good.
Because it would have been really disappointing if it was bad.
Well, they've made plenty of like bad spin-offs and sequels to this.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the author's name? It's not written here. I can never remember his name. But he wrote lots of memoirs and stuff like that. And his memoirs have been adapted into a bunch of different TV shows and movies and stuff like that.
Okay.
This one's by far the most famous, but there's been a bunch of other ones too.
Okay.
So there's like a sequel to this that has some of the same actors in it, but not all of them. It's called like My Summer Story, I think.
Okay.
That's like Ralphie Goes to Summer Camp.
Oh.
And and maybe that even predated the Christmas Story.
Maybe.
I don't remember. And then he's had like TV series and so like his work
What is that
based on the
guy's
same
name?
characters have been made into a bunch of different stuff. And of course there
Who
is
wrote A Christmas Story?
there is a Christmas Story 2 already. That is a different sequel.
Gene Shepard.
Yeah. So he wrote novels, but he also wrote for like lots of magazines and stuff back in the day.
Okay.
Like he'd write little, he was sort of a, I don't know, more folksy version of Hunter S. Thompson, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, so his stuff's been adapted a bunch, but the Christmas Story is just the only one that's really like, lived on for whatever
Sure.
reason. Yeah.
And the funny thing is, it was a flop at the box office. A lot of people
Mhm.
don't know that. And it didn't
Mhm.
become this cult favorite till later.
Until cable like picked it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's one of the
So
reasons why
crazy.
there are so many kind of weird versions of his stories, because it didn't really get popular for, 10 or 15
Till
years
later.
later.
Yeah.
So interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. But obviously classic. Gotta watch it.
So first time I ever saw A Christmas Story, it was the day that we were getting out of Christmas for Christmas break.
Mm-hmm.
And my 6th grade teacher, Mrs. Smith,
Mm-hmm.
played it. It was just like our Christmas party, and we were just winding down.
Yeah.
It was the last day before we got out for Christmas break.
Uh-huh.
And it was like when it had first come out. I was in the
Yeah.
6th grade a
In
That was a-
1983.
few years ago.
Should make you how old? Moving on, number 1.
I'm guessing I know what it is.
It's a Wonderful Life.
Yes.
1946. I guess that's the oldest one on the list.
Yep. I don't know how you could argue that one.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
I don't really have a whole lot of like nostalgia for this or anything like that.
me
I mean,
either.
who
But
doesn't
like,
love Jimmy Stewart? But
yeah, it's a good movie, and
Mhm.
it has a great story and a great
Yeah.
lesson, and all of that.
maybe one of the most parodied stories of all time.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolute
Yeah.
classic. Made it on TV because it was like such a flop. It didn't cost broadcasters anything to rebroadcast it. So
Yeah.
they just like, put it on TV so much it became popular.
So weird, and it became
Yeah.
a thing. Why are you cracking up over there, Dylan?
I'm just saying, yep, I totally agree with you.
Yep.
Really? So you are familiar with It's a Wonderful Life?
Sure.
Have you actually seen the movie?
Definitely.
Okay.
He doesn't see anything. He
Yeah,
doesn't
he
know
hasn't
anything
seen
we're talking about.
anything.
He's seen a movie from 20
46.
46.
I mean, to be fair, it is on like every channel nonstop, like throughout December and stuff like that.
I
but-
guess, but
Yeah.
um,
Yes, but
yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I agree with some of his, but I
Mhm.
take umbrage with a lot.
Yeah.
You can't put Christmas Vacation down there.
no.
Home
What-
Alone should be higher.
Okay, those of you listening, which ones did you have issues with? What's your number one? What was on this list that you would boot off? What would you add?
Oh,
Bad Santa.
You would boot Bad Santa. What would you replace it with?
Anything else that's Christmas related?
That's a cop out.
All right, let me think here. What's a good Christmas movie? A SpongeBob
Bad Santa too?
Christmas.
a
I-
what?
A SpongeBob Christmas.
I don't know if I would go. I don't know if we can count an episode of a TV show as a movie.
It was a movie.
Okay.
Okay. Hey, where's Bad Moms?
Bad Moms.
A Bad
Not-
Moms Christmas?
Bad Moms Christmas
Hilarious.
was not on the list. I apologize.
I mean, you want to talk about something funny?
Bad Moms.
Everything about Bad Moms is great.
I don't know this. I apologize. I apologize.
You haven't seen a Bad Mom? Have you seen Bad Moms
I don't think so.
with Mila Kunis and?
This sounds like a movie that I am probably not the target demographic for.
It is hilarious. Like Jamie loves it.
Yeah.
And then they did Bad Moms, and it's
I've
a really
seen
good
Polar
movie.
Express.
Oh, Polar Express isn't on there. That's
Polar
weird.
Express is not on there for good reason.
I've never seen it, but
It's nightmare fuel.
is it
Yeah.
scary?
No. Bring up some screenshots from the Polar Express. So have you ever heard the phrase uncanny valley?
Mm-mm.
So uncanny valley refers to a reproduction of a human that looks real but is just off just a little bit to be disturbing.
Okay.
And the Polar Express is the poster boy for this. So the Polar Express, directed by Robert Zemeckis, who did
So you
Who
got-
Framed Roger Rabbit and Back to the Future.
Tom Hanks, right?
Tom Hanks in the
And-
lead role.
okay.
Yeah. So it's kind of the first movie like this where they just sort of filmed it all with actors on a soundstage and then use, like body scans of those people to create like 3D animation.
Okay.
And what you got is just like some pretty disturbing looking, like weird plastic people. Yeah.
Like that?
Like that. Yeah. They're
Yeah.
just weird plastic people.
I mean, this is the thing though that Westview Elementary replicated for students. Like they put out like a fake train and we went through and we were like in our clothes like this,
Yeah.
PJs.
Now, I remember reading the Polar Express as a kid, like before this movie came out,
Okay.
and being like, I don't remember what year this came out. I was pretty little, and I remember being excited for it and thinking it looked cool and stuff. That when I was little,
Uh
but like it is not aged well.
huh.
The weird plastic people are a little disturbing.
It's the things nightmares are made
Yeah.
of. Yeah.
Yeah. But like I said, it's directed by Robert Zemeckis, who did Back to the Future and Who Framed Roger Rabbit. So like everything he does is like some new technology. Like
Okay.
but like where he kind of excelled at that in the 80s and found like sort of a sweet spot with it. The stuff he's done in like the 2000s
Not so much.
has not been so much. It's
Yeah.
been a little more kind of creepy and cringy.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel like this could be like an honorable mention at least.
Okay.
A Medea Christmas.
Medea. I'm sorry, but anything Medea's in
I'd
is
rather
pretty good.
watch the SpongeBob Christmas special.
Medea's good.
Well, there you have it.
Yeah.
Entertainment
now you know.
Weekly's top 20 Christmas movies of all time, based on Chris Nazawati, whoever that is. If you disagree, find him on Twitter, assuming Twitter is still active, and
And
let
assuming
them
you
know
haven't
your
been kicked off of
opinions.
it.
Pay your $8 a month to get verified, and let Chris know what you think about his
Yeah.
list.
I think Chris's list is a bit off.
Yeah, maybe.
I will admit that every movie he's listed seems to be like all the popular movies because as I scroll through other popular Christmas movies, I don't think we want these on there.
Okay,
Like,
such as
Well, somehow Edward Scissorhands is on here.
yeah, I
Um,
like Edward Scissorhands.
Holiday Affair,
Don't know
12
that one.
Dates of Christmas.
I mean, I'd put Batman Returns on it if it was me.
mm,
That's as much of a Christmas movie as Die Hard
Babes
is.
in Toyland.
Yeah, Babes in Toyland. Yeah,
Fat Man.
Fat Man. I'm guessing that's referring to Santa Claus.
I hope so. Deck the Halls.
The is that Danny DeVito and Matthew Broderick?
I think so.
Yeah,
Jingle All the Way.
Jingle All the Way is on my list. That's Arnold Schwarzenegger,
That's Arnold
and
Schwarzenegger.
Sinbad.
isn't Deck the Halls the one where they have like where they argue
It's
over who has
the best decorations?
Yeah.
That one's funny.
What's the one that has Jennifer Love Hewitt in it?
Oh,
no,
Batman
that's
Returns is on
no,
here.
that's Snow Day. That's not about Christmas.
I don't know.
Christmas with the Cranks.
Christmas with the Cranks. Yeah.
The Magic Snowflake.
Mm.
Nutcracker.
Nutcracker. That's a funny
That's
word.
a funny name.
Almost Christmas.
Almost Christmas. Well,
I saw that movie that titled the other day as I was flipping through the channels, but I didn't
Yeah.
know what it was.
Yeah.
So
yeah, let us know what you think.
Yeah.
Which ones did we miss? Which ones do you agree with? And I'd love to hear Dylan's Jimmy Stewart impersonation.
Let me just Google who that is real quick.
Oh my god! If you didn't hear what Dylan said, he said he's going to Google who Jimmy Stewart is, despite the fact he was so bold about having seen
It's a Wonderful Life
moments
numerous
ago.
times. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
What's the
So
angel's name?
Clarence.
Clarence. Well,
Let's-
Clarence.
What would be like? So, can you rank your top 5 Christmas movies? Favorite
Muppets Christmas
movies?
Carol, Charlie Brown, Christmas Vacation. Man, those are the big ones for me. I don't know. After that, it's kind of open.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would have to say Christmas. Like, I'm pretty boring. So, Christmas Story, Vacation, Elf, Home Alone, and then I love Four Christmases. Nobody
Yeah.
else loves Four Christmases, but I
Is
think
that
it's
the one with
Mistletoe.
is that
Vince
the one
Vaughn
with Vince
and-
Vaughn?
Yeah, Reese Witherspoon.
The only thing I remember about that
It
movie
is hilarious.
is that he gives an Xbox as a gift to the kid at everything. I was like, man, he just dropped like, $2,500 on like Xboxes for these kids.
Yeah, they.
I remember thinking that was funny.
They it's kind of got a lesson in it too.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember. Are him and his brothers like MMA fighters or something?
Yeah, the one is all
Yeah.
into it, and they just
Yeah.
beat the tar out of him, and he's like, "I don't want to fight with you guys." And they just beat the crap out of him because they're like totally redneck,
Mhm.
and he's not.
Yeah. Is Favreau play the brother?
Yeah.
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 That's good. Vegas, baby, Vegas.
Vegas. They play you just gotta see the movie.
Yeah.
The whole thing is hilarious. I mean, it is so ridiculous. But
Check it out, man.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Yeah, 4 Christmases. Watch it.
4 of them.
There's also another Christmas movie that I think is hilarious and sweet, and no one's ever seen it. It's called Surviving Christmas,
I've heard of that.
and it's got Ben Affleck in it.
Mhm. Yeah. I think it's on Netflix maybe right now.
It might be. It's cute. And Christina Applegate's in it too. And it's got the
It's on Amazon Prime Video.
okay. And it's got like the mom that's in everything. Well, I think she's in Home
Catherine
Alone.
O'Hare.
Yeah, she's in
Yeah.
Home Alone, right?
Is Catherine O'Hare the mom in Home Alone?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
Also the mom in Beetlejuice. Also the mom in Schitt's Creek.
The girl that's the mom and everything.
yeah.
And if it's not her, it's Stifler's mom.
Stifler's mom.
Stifler's mom's the other
Yeah.
mom and everything.
Stifler's mom's in a new show on HBO, The White Lotus.
I saw that show. I haven't watched it yet.
I watched like the first 10 minutes of the first episode and fell asleep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
One of those.
Yeah.
Cool.
But Stifler's mom's in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She'll forever be known as Stifler's mom.
It's true.
What is Stifler's mom's name?
Don't have a clue.
Was it Maureen? No.
I don't have a clue what her real name is.
They say it in the movie.
What the character's real name
Yeah.
is? Oh, I don't have any idea.
Because he says, "Oh, Stifler's mom." She's like, "Call me by my name," and he's like,
I don't know.
Anyway, well, we probably ought to get out of here because this
probably
has
should.
just been interesting.
It has been.
Yes. So there you go. But okay, so I have a few things. We could go over these here later on, but I have some
Okay.
movie trivia for you, Christmas movie
Okay.
trivia.
Yeah.
I also found the top dog and cat names of 2022. So we have to see if we agree with those
Okay. Sounds good.
later on in the week.
Sounds good.
So I think we have a friend from Holzer tomorrow
do.
coming in. So we'll always look forward to that.
Indeed.
Yep. So have a great day. Thank you so much for tuning in. And we will be right back here tomorrow.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
This just in.
The Telegram News has a new website.
TheTelegramNews.com.
Same dedicated coverage.
Same trustworthy news with a brand new look.
Covering Jackson and Benton counties and surrounding areas.
Locally owned and operated, TheTelegramNews.com has its finger on the pulse of the community.
Stay up to date on local events, high school sports, and breaking news.
TheTelegramNews.com.
Subscribe today at TheTelegramNews.com.
Check it out.